Okay, you have your solid created. Remember the extension for that document is SLDPRT, and now you want to create a drawing from it. So here it is. I'm just going to make sure that it is actually saved there. And there it is, SolidWorks part. I'm going to go ahead and select Save. I'm going to replace it. And now I want to actually create a new document. So I saved the document. That makes it sure it's into the clipboard correctly. And I'm going to go to File. And this time I want to make drawing from part or assembly. Well, it's a part, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And it gives us different sizes that we can select. I'm going to go ahead and select the B size because that's the largest size that you can still print on the printer in the CAD lab. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And in doing so, it brings up on your task pane here under View Palette, it brings up different views. So I'm going to just kind of browse and say, okay, what do I want to make my main view? Well, I like this left side view, so I'm just going to click on it and drag it over here. I'm going to place it in my bottom left, and then I'm going to drag it up here, and then drag it over here because these are my primary views, my top, right, and I also want an isometric. So those look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and click and create. Now the only problem with this is that notice if I rotated this 90 degrees using your orthographic projection, it's showing the back of the part. That's a problem because that's actually ISO standard, not ANSI standard. It's first angle projection, not third angle projection. So I'm going to come over here to Sheet Format, and I'm going to right click, and I want to go to Properties. And under Properties window, it shows Type of Projection. For some reason it defaults to first angle. And notice here you can also change the scale, you can change the size again. You can change a lot of different things here. I'm just going to go ahead and go third angle, and I'm going to select OK. And notice what it does. It actually flips it around to what I expect. Now there's no projection lines or miter lines required here. There's several things we can do. There's our view layout. We can actually create additional views. So we have our main view and our projected view and our isometric. Say if you want to do a projection off of this angle right here, basically an auxiliary view. I'm going to go ahead and select auxiliary, and I'm going to go high quality, and I'm going to select that line right there. And notice it gives me a projection of that to where that circle or that hole that I put in there is exactly a true circle right there. And that easy, that quick. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Now that drawing's getting a little bit crowded. So notice how quick it is to create this geometry. The next thing you want to do is go to the Annotation Command Manager tab, and this is where you can actually add your dimensions in here. So if you wanted to come in and create a dimension, and basically you need to fully dimension it. Then you come in here and use your text and actually put in a text box and add the geometry in here. Notice it automatically puts in the name that you named it here. Put in the date, and when you're done here, we can go ahead and accept that note, and we can do a File, Save As, and notice it's going to be, the extension is going to be a SLDRW. It's going to be a drawing, and I'm going to go ahead and do a save. Now one of the options is to actually save these, zip them together, but the better option is actually go to Save, and it's called Pack and Go. which basically zips it up automatically. So there's your solid part, there's your drawing, so it's going to put those two files together, and they're already checked. So I'm just going to go ahead and save it. And let's see, where are we going to save it here? In this case, we're going to just save it on the desktop. Okay. And we're going to say call save. And then we're going to look on the desktop here.